10 years ago, Dr. Stephanie Gardner was a young resident physician at IU Health. She took her husband to the Sugar Land concert as a gift for his birthday. For her and for so many others who were here, it was a life-changing event. WRTV's Amanda Starantino had an opportunity to speak with her. Amanda?
Little did Dr. Gardner know that attending the fair that night would alter the course of her entire career and take her yet a decade later to the site of another collapse.
It's a moment engraved in her memory, a tragic accident that would change her life.
I was there, front row of the stand, saw the stage come down.
Dr. Stephanie Gardner's natural instincts immediately kicked into high gear.
At the time, kind of ran forward really without any thought as to like what to do. I just, went. Ran forward.
Just 1 year into her residency at IU Health, the young doctor used the skills she had to help the victims of the fallen stage debris in whatever way she could.
I remember feeling like a total deer in the headlights when I ran up to this group and this lady was unconscious, and I stood there for just a second and I almost had this like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I should just turn around and leave. Like, there's nothing I can do. And at that second, the security officer came up beside me and said, I found you a doctor. I found you a doctor. And they all turned around and look at me with these huge eyes. And I was like, oh shit, oh shit. Right? I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Right. Yeah. I don't even have a stethoscope. I have nothing. What can I even offer at this point? Yeah.
You've been only like a doctor for probably a couple months at that point.
Yes. Yeah. And so I had this like, oh my gosh, don't show them how scared you are. Like, say something. So I was like, well, let's use these chairs and get her out of here. And hopefully they didn't notice how scared I was. But I think that was also my inspiration to learn emergency medicine and pre-hospital medicine and not ever feel that clueless again.
But in those moments of action mixed with fear, Dr. Gardner learned an extremely valuable lesson, one that would affect her future career. With that first real-life experience of being thrown into disaster and mass-gathering medicine, she was inspired to pursue an EMS track to work in pre-hospital medicine.
As is probably typical of interns or young doctors, I thought I kind of knew what I was doing until that experience. And then just realized that out of hospital or pre-hospital medicine is a completely different ballgame. And knowing what to do in a hospital doesn't mean you know what to do when you're out in the field and you don't have, computers and nurses and order sets and all that stuff.
Now, Dr. Gardner is an ER physician and the EMS medical director at Ascension St. Vincent, where she also trains paramedics and firefighters. Her passion also led her to serve with Indiana Task Force 1, the search and rescue team, as a medical team manager. Just this summer, her position with Task Force 1 took her to Surfside, Florida to assist in the deadly condo collapse.
We, first responders, are the type of people who, when we see tragedy and we see disaster, we run towards it, right? And that's not something that I can teach students. It's not something that I can tell you how to do. You either are that type of person or you aren't. And as first responders, we are. And I guess that was something I learned about myself. And one of the reasons that I've loved EMS and I learned more about it. And I've really spent my career doing pre-hospital emergency services.
Dr. Gardner has been on 3 other deployments with Indiana Task Force 1 to assist with Hurricanes Matthew, Dorian, and Delta. But it all started 10 years ago at the fair with her natural instincts to run towards tragedy to help others.